どうしてあのロボットみたいなものの名前がエヴァンゲリオンなんですか？
ギリシャ語なんですよ。複雑な感じがするからそういう名前にしました。
Hi, I just opened up my video with an out-of-context quote from Hideki Anno. He said this because he wanted to let the audience know that they are reading too deeply into his Christian symbolism in the show. This lets me terragescence into the larger topic, that being my deep, intellectual, galaxy brains only video essay on Evangelion, which gives me an excuse to summarize the entire show. Did you notice that misused academic word and how pseudo-intellectual it made me sounded? Great! Here's a poorly mixed copyright-free song restating the title with some B-roll that I stole from other essays. Why am I talking like this? Like the aforementioned words that exited my mouth cavity 20 seconds ago, most Evangelion video essays restate the plot, so I'm gonna do the same too. The show is about a boy who meets a girl, in a car. And then that girl takes that boy to a robot that is underground. And then the boy drives that robot. But it's not just the boy. Apparently there are two girls that drive the robots as well. And they battle enemy robots, which are actually angels. And they do this for a while. Then at episode 16, the show stops being about battling robots, and it starts being about battling depression. Note, I never actually bothered to look this up, I just heard it from other Evangelion video essays, so it must be true, just like everything else in this video. Since I just explained the very, very, very complicated plot of the show that didn't mention any critical character analysis. So let me parrot the summary of each character in the show and pontificate how they are very, very, very important. Did you know that Misato is the thickest Christian mommy on screen and Shinji doesn't like getting in the robot? This is because he's actually a Sonic fan in reference to the hedgehog that apparently has a dilemma in episode 4. Rei is canonically the fan favorite character because she hits all the marks on Maslow's hierarchy of needs by having that Asuka actually has daddy issues by her attempts to date Kaji. But did you know that Kaji rejects her because he's actually into MILFs? Gendo is literally a Sigma who idolizes Ryan Gosling. Kaoru is the 5th child and an angel and might just be the token boy kisser. Apparently there are other supporting characters in the show that all have mental issues like nihilism, anxiety, identity, but did you know the most emotionally stable character in the show is actually Pen Pen? That he/him penguin that lost his habitat from the first impact? Pen Pen? How do I know this? Because according to the Evangelion equation, I made that up, emotionally stable characters get less screen time. Wow! Speaking of wow, apparently it is mandatory to make this edit with the Misato scene. Nice. And your thumbnail must be one of these 3 screenshots. Are you feeling like a pseudo-intellectual yet? Because I am. According to me, every Evangelion video essay exists because according to other Evangelion video essays, all of these Evangelion video essays were made because Hideki Anno, the creator of Neon Genesis Evangelion, actually made Neon Genesis Evangelion. Did you know this little known fact that he was actually horribly depressed in the 4 years before he made the show? I'm not too sure either since I never bothered to fact check the claims made in other video essays that I am using as ground truth in my video essay. Speaking of which, did you know that whimsically silly Hideki Anno loved to self-insert himself into his works? Apparently this is because he constructed the story to be like an incoherent jigsaw puzzle where the viewer is left to fit the pieces together to draw their own conclusion on what exactly the creator is saying, and by that I mean go on YouTube and watch Evangelion video essays. So here's my novel analysis to show I am not like the others, despite talking about the same stuff in literally every single video essay. In episode 11, when Nerve HQ lost power, things heated up down there, and to keep cool, Ikari Sigma Male Gendo sticks his bare feet into a bucket of water to maintain stable thermogenesis. This little screen detail is clearly Hideki Anno showing his love for drawing grippers, and actually alludes to the Human Instrumentality Project by bringing the viewer 1 foot closer on screen to it. This is the segment where I explain to you what the Human Instrumentality Project is, just in case you never heard it before. The Japanese name is Jinri Hokan Keikaku, but the important part is Keikaku, which means plan, which is actually a reference to the hit 2006 anime Death Note, which came out 11 years after Evangelion, where Light Yagami says Keikaku Dori. So really, the entire Evangelion anime is literally Keikaku Dori, showing Hideki Anno's anime was actually never about fighting robots, but actually about the Human Instrumentality Project being Keikaku Dori. Do you remember that I said he was battling depression earlier? Well, me neither. Which is why for the next 20 minutes I'm going to explain how this anime is actually about Hideki Anno's emotional battle with depression expressed through the lens of each character on screen, pseudo-intellectually. Hey guys, this is the I got the frivolous copyright strike, but I'm too lazy to re-upload the video part of the video. So instead of re-uploading the video where I properly explain how each character on screen is a reflection of the depressive state Hideki Anno was in, instead, I'm going to leave a broken link to a Google Drive page that you definitely won't be able to watch the video because there are no jingling keys enticing you to click on that part of the screen. Now the part of the video that wasn't copyright striked will abruptly play, which is why in the end, Pen Pen really was Hideki Anno's idealized self, since the lack of screen time showed he had his shit together and didn't care what other people think, because Pen Pen is literally a penguin. But this isn't to mention that the episode titles are actually in reference to Sigmund Freud's 5 stages of human development. Or at least I hope so, since the other video essay said this, so I'm gonna say it too. Oh, and to cover up the fact I have no idea what I'm about to say, I'm gonna bombard you with misused psychological jargon and pedantic writing to pretend you're the one that doesn't have any clue what's going on. And yes, I skimmed Wikipedia for this one. So basically, Shinji feels neurosecluded cause as a baby, he was only catered on formula and not directly, straight as the crow flies, from the tap breast milk, forever fixing him as never leaving Sigmund Freud's oral fixation stage, which in trivial explanation is why he does not want to get in the robot. Whew, that was a rough one, and apparently there are 4 other stages, but we all know you don't care, so let me wrap up with the conclusion of my video essay, where I somehow sneak the poignant word salad title goes here I used in the thumbnail in a sentence in my essay and end with a call to action. Let me clear my throat for dramatic effect. So with Evangelion, there are 2 ways to take the ending. Nothing matters, or nothing matters. Because what Hideki Anno was trying to explain in the end was, go outside, touch grass, live your life, fuck around and find out, reach out to your family. Don't live a stagnant life and wonder what it could have been. Because in truth, it don't always be like it is, but it do. Please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.